a very old sport here,
Right.
pre-colonial.
Right.
When conquistadors came here, they already noticed that the Filipino natives were fighting chickens.
Mm.
A lot of the old ancient practices, it took a long time for those old ancient practices to like die out, like blowing tobacco smoke on the chicken, holding him upside down from the tail. Those are like the really old ways of like how to train the rooster, or just reading the scales.
Right. So you said a lot of that stuff is basically done faded out now, huh?
Well, some of it still, a lot of people still are into the scales, right? But like, it takes years to like realize that like, oh, your ancient methods or whatever are no match. That's why the Americans would come here, or imported fowl first would show up like 1960s, and it would be like easy money because they had the
Wow.
knowledge, they had the experience. And it takes years for people to like catch on and say, oh no, we should do this, we should do this. And you take from that, and now like we've leveled up, that we've the Filipinos have perfected long knife fighting.
Mm.
They've
Yeah,
made their
that's
own version. They have made. If you go watch a long knife fight in the United States or
mhm,
another country,
mhm,
the birds will fight totally different.
totally different. And we're gonna talk about that too.
Yeah,
With the Filipinos base coming from the US, the breeding material coming from the US, and over time they have constructed or created their own version of the long knife bird. So I definitely want to get into that too, because I think that's very important, because I think a lot of people are under the assumptions that they can just send the birds over there, they being sent over there to fight, and they actually not. Like you say, they have upped their game through experience, through knowledge, through research, and trial and error with testing to kind of design a bird that works for the y'all guys sport in the Philippines, right?
exactly. Yes.
Hmm. So you think you're saying basically when the Americans came there, they were dominating because a lot of their obviously they had a lot of testing here because it was legal back then. So they was
Yeah.
able to test a lot on a lot of different things. Do you think it was just the experience? Was it a difference in the health? Was it a difference in the style? Like what type of things you think contribute to the Americans dominating in the 60s and 70s?